Welcome to Real Estate Grad School. We coach experienced real estate agents to create and build the habits and systems that rapidly increase your income, build your team, and allow you a much greater peace of mind. I'm Rich Levin. I've been coaching experienced real estate agents for over 20 years to exceptional success. Come and learn. If you are, like many real estate agents, struggling to earn enough, even if you've struggled for so long, you're numb to the disappointment. You don't even feel like it's struggling anymore. You're just settling. If you want to feel excited and hopeful, even proud again, today's work is very likely to get you there. That's the goal of my work today. And if you're feeling good, even really, really, really good, to make significantly more money selling real estate, here's the simplest solution. I've talked about this over the last few days, and now I'm going to give you the simplest solution put together. We'll get into the mechanics of it in the future, but here's the simplest solution. This solution will result in you making 20 more sales per year or more. The example I'm going to give you is 20. However, if you're already at that level, if you're making 20 sales or more, which some, even a bunch of you are, this solution is equally simple to scale it up to 30 or 40 or many, many more sales per year. So same solution, but I'm going to use the example of 20 because that applies to so many agents. Okay? It's a simple truth. The foundation of this is a simple truth. Meaningful goals motivate action and lead to results. I'm watching the US Open. I'm watching the tennis US Open. It's going on right now. I'm a retired tennis pro, and I've always been an athlete all my life. And I really like to watch the interviews of the players after they've won, sometimes after they've lost, but mostly after they've won. And men, the goals are a foundation of every successful person. And the absence of meaningful goals, now notice it says meaningful goals motivate action, meaningful goals, and they lead to results. Absence of meaningful goals leads to disappointment. So the simple solution is to do this with a simple goal is to have a simple goal. And here's the simple goal. Set your goal on one new client appointment per week. Now, let me tell you what a new client appointment is. If it's with sellers, it's a listing presentation. You've sat down with the seller, and your intention is to get the listing signed. You have all the paperwork ready. You've done your CMA. That's a listing appointment. With a seller, that's an appointment. Okay, it's not just visiting somebody. It's having a set appointment with the owners about putting their house on the market. With a buyer, it's taking them out to see a house, not just talking to them, but taking them out to see a house. And and if you take them out once, you can count that as an appointment. But if you never talk to them again, you can't count it as an appointment. You have to take it off your appointment list. So one new client appointment is a real listing appointment or a real buyer who you're planning to show at least another house to, or you get a listing without an appointment, that can count as an appointment, or you have a buyer who buys the first house you show them. Simple stuff. The first appointment you have with somebody is a real appointment. Don't count them again. One new client appointment a week will create more than 20 sales for you in the next 12 months. And that's allow weeks for vacation and illness and kids. Really, you're talking about 40 or 45 weeks in the year. That'll create 20 sales for you in the next 6 months. Again, we'll make this scalable, okay? Meaning, if you want to do 30 sales, 40 sales, 50 sales, if that's your goal, you'll see how to do that as well. Now, let's make that goal meaningful to you. How much money, if you hear in the background a baby, that is my newest grandchild. Oh, he's at the door. Hi. He'll make less noise in here. Okay, just let him play. How much? There's a pleasant interruption for me. I have 5 of them, all from one of my sons. This one his name's Jacob Simpa, and he's walking some of his first steps over to me. How much money would 20 sales mean to you? Let's figure it out. Okay. What's an average commission to you? Take your average commission. Take your average commission. Okay. Now, I'm just going to use an example. Let's say $7,000 is your average commission. So if you want to figure out what your commission would be with 20 sales, multiply that 7,000, or what your number is, times 20. And that is 7 times 20, 140. If your average commission is about $7,000, that's $140,000 a year. What would it mean, making your goal meaningful? What would it mean to your life and your lifestyle if you earned at least $140,000 more, $140,000 in the next 12 months? Now, if that's not enough, if you're already earning at that level, it's easy to scale. So if the life and lifestyle you'd like to hit, if the life and lifestyle you'd like to have with at least 140,000 more income doesn't excite you, then set your goal at 1.5 new client appointments per week. That would result in $210,000 in annual income. Or 2 new clients per week, that's $280,000. Now, again, this is based on a $7,000 average commission. 2.5 new client appointments per week is $250,000. So choose the lowest level that excites you. Choose the lowest level that excites you. If 140,000 excites you, choose 1 new client appointment a week. Right now, take a moment, look at the screen, and choose the lowest level that would excite you. I'll give you 5 seconds to do that. What level excites you when you think about it? I'll show them to you again in a second. What would it mean to your life and lifestyle if you earned at least 140,000 or whatever level you chose? What would it mean to your life and lifestyle if you earned at least that money in the next 12 months? Pause, think, feel for it. Excitement is a feeling. What one of those levels creates an emotional response? Happiness, excitement, tears, relief. Now, a little side note. If you can't get excited about this, if you cannot get excited about this, then maybe emotion is not excitement, but your response needs to be an emotion, because it's only emotion that moves you to do the hard work of lead generation. Now, by the way, for those of you who don't know me, I do not, when I say lead generation, I do not mean sitting on the phone and hammering away at calls. I mean using your marketing, using your networking, using social media, using whatever tools you use best to get to your goals. That's what I teach my people to do. So don't think lead generation just means hammering on the phones. It does not mean that at all. So, but the response to earning this, your goal needs to be emotional. If it's not emotional, if you can't get excited about this, or real estate may not be the right career. It may be that it's a different emotion than excitement, but maybe real estate is just not the right career for you. Because I want your life to be satisfying, to provide an emotional response for you. So maybe real estate may not be the right career for you. I can hear that this 1-year-old behind me. Papa, why don't you remove him here? Because we're hitting an intense part of the webinar. See you later, kiddo. And his cheering me on. So if you can't get excited about this, maybe the emotion is not excitement, but it will be an emotion. Or real estate may not be the right career for you. Or maybe you're struggling with something else. If you're struggling with a health issue, then it's not about real estate at all. And real estate may be the right career for you, but it's just not going to feel exciting about it right now because you're struggling. If you're struggling with a divorce, if you're struggling with parents or some other person's health, if you're struggling with mild depression or something more serious. So if you're struggling with something else, I don't expect you to get excited about this. There's your emotions need to be directed. Excited about it, something sad happening with a family member. I expect that you may be, if you're struggling with something else, but you're earning real estate for income, the same path will help you to get this income, even though your emotions are tied up in some other unfortunate or distraction, or fortunate. You won the lottery, don't need it anymore. Or you can work to have an emotional response. You say, no, Rich, stop that. Don't tell me that crap. It's real estate. I want to do it here. See, that's emotional. Like, no, fighting back at me and saying, no, I want to do it here. Don't tell me that crap. Okay, excuse my language. I've used worse. Okay, but you can then work to have an emotional response. If you want to earn this in real estate, your goal, to work on it, keep asking yourself, what would it mean to your life and lifestyle if you earned at least 140,000 in the next 12 months, or whatever your number is? And even if it does excite, you need to get to that. Even if you're not struggling with anything, your success in real estate needs to excite you. What would it mean to your life and your lifestyle if you earned at least that amount that you've chosen in the next 12 months? If you can't get excited about it, discuss it with other people in your life that will be directly affected by your greater success. Or often even just think about that. I had one person I was speaking with on the phone who can't get excited about it. Said, what would it mean to people in your life? They broke down in tears. Let me repeat that. Slow it down. I'll slow it down. I was speaking about this with somebody on the phone, a coaching client. Said, what would it mean in your life? They said, Richard, money doesn't do it for me. I said, what would it mean to people in your life? And there's silence on the phone. I said, you still there? And they were catching their breath because they were crying. I said, tell me, please, what is it? Who is it and what is it? And they said, my son would be able to go to the college he wants to, or we'd be able to pay for this, or we'd get ourselves out of debt, or something that they were struggling with could be solved financially, and they never thought it could happen. But when they actually began and let that thought in that it could happen, all of a sudden there was breakdown. So even sometimes just thinking about it triggers the emotion, but otherwise discuss it with other people in your life that are directly affected by your success, and see if your discussions with them can help trigger for you a meaningful response. See, an emotional response is necessary. It may be laughter and happiness, like it's just wow. It may be a visceral deep relief, pay off the debt, whatever it is. It may be tears of joy. It may be pride. It may be revenge to prove that you could do it to someone or those that doubted you. But it takes emotion to survive the struggle and hard work of lead generation. We're going to talk about lead generation. I'm not delaying it purposely. This is an important foundation of it. It's not about lead generation. You got to have the motivation. You got to want it enough and badly enough. You got to want it badly enough. And when you're in touch with that emotion, you'll be able to suffer. You will be able to suffer the struggle and the disappointment and the feelings of rejection and the self-doubt and the sadness and the tears that all accompany the accomplishment of a worthwhile goal. If you talk to significant winners, really significant winners in any business, nearly every single one of them will tell you about the disappointments in their life, the disappointments in their struggles, the hard work it took to get there, the self-doubt they had on the way to getting there. If you really want it, if you really want to succeed, it's so worth it. But perhaps most important of all, it's possible. It's possible for you. You've got to get in touch with an emotional response to a specific goal, and we turn that goal into the number of new client appointments per week, and that number is really small. 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. It's a really small number. And you realize it's possible. And then, Rich, you've told me this before, man. I just haven't been able to get it. You don't want it badly enough. I'm sorry. But, you don't want it badly enough. You got to turn it on. You stop believing that you can get it. Stop all that. Stop all that. Anything that gets in your way, you can do this. If you want it to be in real estate, and it can be in real estate. I've helped way too many people. You're not different from somebody or many of the people that I've shifted to a level of income that helps them achieve the dreams in their life, like I and many of them are achieving in their lives. Just click on the link below. I'd look forward to speaking with you.